There's a lot of talk about the fossil fuel industry and how Exxon or Shell or BP are responsible for so much of the emissions that are warming our planet today. And agriculture is often cited as a third of the total global emissions. So it's a pretty significant chunk. What we don't understand is who are the companies that are driving that. And we looked at 35 of the biggest in terms of the number of animals that they process.
One of the first things that's really striking is most of the companies don't have goals for reducing their emissions. Out of the 35 we looked at, only 14 companies have emission reduction targets. And of those 14, only 6 have targets that include the supply chain, where 80 to 90% of the emissions happen.
5 of the biggest meat and dairy companies in this world are actually producing more than Exxon or Shell or BP. Like I would have never imagined that. The lack of awareness and understanding doesn't actually force them to step up to the plate. There's no current law or regulation, either globally or nationally, that holds them accountable. So these are all voluntary targets that these companies are setting, and that's a problem. Our hope in doing this paper and then these reports and these images with GRAIN are to actually show there's a handful of countries and a handful of companies that need to be held accountable. I would want to see people wake up and realize, like, wow, industrial meat and dairy is a problem for the climate.